What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your Monday Night Raw review for January 1st, 2017. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you had a great holiday. And WWE, for the first New Year show, put on paper a pretty good show. Now, the result, excuse me, kind of a different story. Had some quality matches, but how they turned out is just like, eh, come on. You could do so much better than that. I mean, just look at on paper what we got. Intercontinental Championship, Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. We got Jason Jordan versus Cesaro. We got the club joining back together again. Brock Lesnar was in the house. All that plus so much more happened on this edition of Monday Night Raw. The results, it's just like, why, WWE? Why must you force some of this junk down our throat? First off, if this is your first time into the channel, thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for all notifications. If you've been here before, thanks for joining in as well. And everybody, if you are not following me on Facebook, like me on Facebook at 2007 Webby, and go back and check anything that you've missed this past week. Raw and SmackDown Live review, and the 1992 Royal Rumble review, where the vacant WWE Championship was on the line inside the Royal Rumble match. Now, Monday Night Raw tonight. I want to start with Brock Lesnar. Now, none of us really want to see him every single week. He loses the mystique. He loses the aura, right, of being the beast. However, you all remember back in 2015. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that was a bad year for WWE. But in 2015, he was in a rivalry with Seth Rollins. And the build to that match was so much better because Brock Lesnar was on TV more during that 4 or 5 week span with Seth Rollins. Now, I'm sorry, but Brock Lesnar's not going to be on TV throughout this entire build to the Royal Rumble, and he hasn't been on TV throughout the entire build to the Royal Rumble since the match has been announced. And his contract is up at WrestleMania 34 this year. So, why are you only using him every once in a while and not every week to push this up, make this special? And not only that, excuse me, but at the build to like Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, he was on TV in more than one segment. So, can't you do stuff like that? Makes it more intriguing, WWE. This little bitty 3-minute segment he was on tonight, where Paul Heyman came out and said that Brock Lesnar was the devil's favorite beast and Kane wasn't, and Brock Lesnar is going to beat everybody and he could beat everybody at the Royal Rumble amongst other things, and then him and Kane brawled, is not enough to really, I know, whet my appetite for the triple threat match of the Royal Rumble. And I get it. They added some more when Braun Strowman monster handled Rhino and Heath Slater. But, it's like, whatever. You can do so much better than that with Brock Lesnar. Give me a break. Kurt Angle starts off the show, and he's announcing the 30-man Royal Rumble and John Cena being in it, and the Women's Royal Rumble and all this stuff and what's happening tonight. And then the Bar comes out. And the Bar wants their rematch. Jason Jordan comes out. And after they go back and forth because the Bar says that Kurt Angle is showing favoritism, and Jason Jordan says that his record speaks for itself and that's why he's the tag team champ. Let's be honest here. Jason Jordan, if you go by his record, outside of American Alpha, really has nothing. He's come to Monday Night Raw. He's had good matches, and he's lost up till now when they teamed him with Seth Rollins and he captured the tag team championship. That's what he's proven. He's proved that he's a good wrestler and that he can lose up till now. He's just now starting to win. Last week and this week. By himself. And I mean, by himself, he has nothing. So, when you look at track records, you really don't need to say anything like that. Jason Jordan. WWE making him look like a fool there. Seth Rollins telling him he's got to look at the tag team, not himself. And Jason Jordan and Cesaro have a really good matchup, as both men always do when they're in the squared circle. And Jason Jordan finally gets a singles win tonight. So I hope this tag team run with Seth Rollins finally gets him over. It's the one positive. And I'm not saying that somebody getting hurt is a positive, because I don't like Dean Ambrose getting hurt. I miss him being on TV. But if there's one positive that's coming out of it, I hope that Jason Jordan does get over with the audience more because Dean Ambrose is gone. Bray Wyatt versus Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews with Titus Worldwide and Dana Brooke. Now, Dana Brooke, I don't know what in the world she was writing down, but she needs to write down how Apollo Crews can win, or where Apollo Crews needs to go so he can win again. Because every time he's out there, he loses. He is a failure on the main roster. It's as simple as that. And this whole thing with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy is very intriguing, and I really like where it's going. Matt Hardy, after the matchup, cuts another one of his promos, and what was intriguing about this was Bray Wyatt was looking at the Titantron kind of weird, like people usually do in rivalries when Bray Wyatt's up at the Titantron. Now it's vice versa. So Woken Matt Hardy looks like it's getting in the mind of Bray Wyatt. We'll see down the road because Bray Wyatt seems to play games as well with his opponents. But this is heating up and being quite interesting on WWE television. One thing that I really just did not like that WWE did this week, though, was a good contest, was a good match. But they shouldn't have given it away already. Because now we know absolutely who's going to win the Royal Rumble match. It's a guaranteed who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. Asuka versus Alexa Bliss should not have happened tonight. Asuka taps out Alexa Bliss. Asuka will win the Royal Rumble match. There is no way you're going to convince me otherwise. Just by Asuka winning tonight. Was it a good contest? Absolutely. Should they have done it on Raw before the Royal Rumble? Should they have done this at all before WrestleMania? No. Absolutely not. Maybe a tag team or something like that, or a fatal four-way or a triple threat, something of that nature. But not one-on-one. Shouldn't have happened. Asuka wins. She'll win the Royal Rumble matchup. Guarantee it now. Samoa Joe cuts an excellent promo on the entire Shield, saying that Dean Ambrose is nothing more than a house dad now, living off his wife's paycheck. And what makes it even funnier about that is he said it to Dean Ambrose's wife. That was classic. And then he said that because of him, the Shield will never have all three championships. And he said that because of him, Roman Reigns will never defeat him. He has Roman Reigns' number. He's in Roman Reigns' mind. All this stuff. Now, we all know that is not the case anymore. Roman Reigns is victorious. Anything that has to do with Roman going into WrestleMania 34 and somewhat and beyond, more than likely, will be Roman winning, because there's no way he's losing anytime soon. No way. Even with him having a chance to lose without being pinned, he still won tonight. Samoa Joe would make a much better Intercontinental Champion, an actual champion. He's just holding that title right now for a champion versus champion matchup at WrestleMania 34 against Brock Lesnar. Can you imagine a WrestleMania 6 moment? Because that's what's coming. That's what's coming. That's all. I don't even want to think about it right now. I don't. Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns was a good contest. Samoa Joe almost had the match won. The referee almost called the bell because Roman Reigns got shoved into the ref. Any other time, referee wouldn't even bother most of the time. This time he did. Was almost about to call the match. Samoa Joe should have just left him alone. Instead, ran, got reversed, spear, 1, 2, 3, Roman Reigns victorious. You want to talk about bizarre? Here's bizarre for you. Gold Dust. Gold Dust and Cedric Alexander versus Daivari and Drew Gulak. Since when is Gold Dust a cruiserweight? Since when do you mix those weights together? Okay. Somebody please explain that one to me. But the bizarre one, Gold Dust, was Cedric Alexander's tag team partner tonight because apparently we could not have our Cruiserweight Championship because Enzo was sick. So Daivari and Drew Gulak decided they would have a tag team match instead of one of them face Cedric Alexander. So Goldust got some TV time and was helping Cedric win the tag team match. In Booker T, Brock Lesnar will face Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar will defend the Universal Championship against the Beast at the Royal Rumble. You continue to make yourself look like a fool. Oh boy. And of course, Elias and the Miz Taraj in the main event matchup took on the Club. Don't start thinking, universe, that they are going to stay together. This is a one and done. WWE had to find that one match to get the fans happy. The one thing to get a boom for the WWE Universe. And this was it. What better way to start the new year off than to put the Club back together for one night only to take out Elias and the Miz Taraj. And that was Monday Night Raw. So, on paper, it was a good show. But the results, some of it was just bad. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Do everything I told you at the beginning of the video. It's all much appreciated. Tomorrow, SmackDown Live review. Until I see you then, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you.